Hello everybody, my name's Best Friend. Guys, I'm going to be going over all the Black Ops 3 ciphers that have been solved, starting from Origins. Now, the Reddit page that has all these ciphers solved, and some of them unsolved, will be in the description down below to go check out. So, without further ado, let's begin. Though, with the Origins cipher 1. Though Edward's work was integral to our initial analysis of the Venium, the rift between us grows deeper each day. I fear his loyalties lay only with Group 935, and their insatiable desire for yet more devastating weaponry. I myself can no longer continue on this path, in all conscience, though my actions will inevitably be viewed as treason. I am more concerned with just how Edward will react when I tell him of my contact with the Allies. Origins Cipher 2. From his very first day studying at Heidelberg, Edward displayed an intellect and maturity well beyond his years. However, the impact of his parents' death has affected him deeply, though I've tried to provide him with some sort of father figure. I fear his choices may be increasingly influenced by his newfound friends with Group 935. Origins Cipher 3. The breadth of the agent's knowledge is humbling. I find myself questioning not only my understanding of the scientific world, but also the true nature of the universe itself. For the first time in my adult life, I find myself open to the possibility of a higher power. Give me a second. Real mature I am. Origins Cipher 4. I know some would think me mad, but I am nevertheless forced to conclude that Samantha herself may be the key to everything. For reasons I struggle to comprehend, it appears that she somehow holds dominion over this realm. Origin Cipher 5. This was in Morse. Warm mezzanines, something blew in the earth, not clay. We grew weak. Thought it was flu. Men became beasts. Blood turned to ash. Liberate to the infernus. Origins. Scrap. That was that. That was Origins. Done. Now moving on to Shadows of Evil. Shadows of Evil, Cipher 1. The Elders will continue to speed space and time and must lead them to the place they cannot see. Cipher 2. Although they have discovered the way, premise will fail. Cipher 4. M is interested in these worthless beings. All his work will be undone. X. Cipher 5. The formless one will be their downfall. Cipher 6. I am willing to do what must be done. The plan must not fail. Now moving on to the giant. Cipher 1. The mountain must be searched for the frozen one. Cipher 2. In the cell below the waves is where honor suffers. Cipher 3. When finished, we will return to the house and the infinite. Cipher 4 and 5 have not been solved. Dries and Draka. Cipher 1. After the success at the Rising Sun facility, Division 9 is moving with Phase 2. The island facility is now operational and initial testing underway. The Cipher 2. We've discovered that there are beings that can travel between dimensions with the aid of teleporters. Cipher 3. The last test subject, the Mexican, died during the autopsy. I've discovered the key to create the undead army that we seek. We are now ready to capture the 4 test subjects identified in Report 44. Cipher 4. Father introduced me to a new friend that just arrived. His name is Edward. He is nice, but he doesn't like to share the toys. Cipher 5. I have received another toy posted by Cipher 6. Mission log entry 45. I'm over the site, looking down through the open door. I can see weird distortion below me like a localized aurora borealis. I would normally cancel the operation, But we don't have time. Luckily I've taken experimental weaponry version 3 that no one has seen before from my previous mission. Never say never, Peter. Cipher 7. I met a reporter who was to deliver the artifact. He said he was going to bring it in his truck in a crate. When I arrived, the reporter was babbling and acting wildly, waving a letter in his hand telling me to stay away. The crate containing the artifact had been sealed with some ancient magic. When I told him I must have the artifact and moved toward the crate, he attacked me and acted in self-defense, stabbing him in the chest. Cipher 8 and Cipher 8-1, Cipher 8-2. Division 9 has completed the resurrection of the ancient beasts. For your Eastern Front, we expect Group 935 to reciprocate the favour. Cipher 9. After the great battle, they stood upon the mound. Their light shone down and cleansed all the sickness, for as far as the eye could see. They are the first, they are the last. Thousands of fractured walls and strange rooms haunted our dreams. Cipher 10 and 11 have not been solved. The DE scrap, on the one hand, has been solved. This was notified ages ago. To my beloved Emperor, it has been several months since I last received orders from you. I cannot help but say that I am at my wit's end. Since the landing on this island, I, your foolish servant, has continued in my inspection and recording of Division 9's activities. However, despite being directly dispatched by you, they regard my work with suspicious eyes. As such, I have been barred from and forbidden access to almost all research areas. The situation continues to get worse. The installation commander ordered me to hand over my weapons for the duration of my stay. If he hadn't shown me the relevant papers ordering me to comply to maintain security marked with your signature and seal, I would no doubt have ejected. I have never raised any doubts whatsoever concerning your judgment, sir, but I am concerned with these circumstances may prove a great hindrance to my mission. I understand how important the alliance is for our righteous cause and final victory. The influence of the German operating force Group 935 has become increasingly worrisome over the last few months. The number of officers they have here has increased. I cannot help but think that this is why we are repelling the plan. Judging by what I have seen, the research done by Division 9 has been far beyond acceptable. In fact, at their aboriginal methods of weapons research can only be described as abnormal. Not only did they use prisoners of war for living body tests, but they have also been trying to control the supernatural powers of Element 115. I therefore think that if we permit them to continue their work, dark clouds may soon loom over our great country. I, your foolish servants, will continue to watch them and will report to you whenever possible. If the idea still pleases you, I think it is necessary that you intervene directly in order for us to better understand the aim of Division 9's research and make clear the ramifications of their plans. I hope you receive this message. Your humble servant, Takio Nakazaki. Desmond Shima, Cipher 1. Of the 4 test subjects highlighted in Report 44, one of the brothers has died before we could reach him in the battle. The other is still at large in the city. Cipher 2. Entry 58. We've been having power fluctuations for the past couple of days consecutively. We've had to rely more and more on the backup generators. It's strange ever since we have been having issues with the power. People report on hearing voices coming from the walls. They say they could hear quiet sobbing from a boy and a girl, as well as a man shouting for the children to close the windows. I have not heard the voices, but I admit something feels different about this place. Cipher 3. My name. Is my name my name? Oh yes, it is Gersh. How long have I been floating? Minutes? Years? Whereas now, I guess I can forgive you, I quite like my uniform. Where am I now? A city, on fire, by a river. I know this place. Finally, I am home. Cipher 4. Comrade, I hope these schematics reach you in time so our scientists can make use of them. For I know the Western Front is on the brink of collapse. These schematics I have stolen from Group 935 will enable us to construct our own wonder weapons, which will help us turn the tide of war and give us victory over the German pigs. I fear, however, I will not live to see this. V. Cipher 5. Edward, as you know, it's imperative you and the group find the exact versions of yourselves that I have highlighted in each universe. Only by killing that version of yourself in that particular universe at that particular moment in time will be successful. Once each of you other selves are killed across the universes, remember we are the only immune because we opened the portal in France. But I'm afraid this might not be permitted. I feel there's something M isn't telling me, and that is there not much time left for us. Cipher 6. Sophia, Silik, redundancy, check, equals fail. Cipher 7. I shut down the power for the night. You must conserve the gasoline, so I am told, because the Emperor is in doubt of the usefulness of our research here at the Rising Sun facility, and that resupplying the facility will now incur every other month, rather than other usually scheduled weekly drops. Hopefully the new meteor site produces higher grade samples, ones we can actually use. Wait, is that a plane I hear? The resupply is not scheduled for another week. I see a bright light in the sky. Says upon the Shima. Cipher 8. Richtofen must understand that using these teleports to jump between dimensions is both dangerous and imprecise. At any point, the fabric of space and time could collapse and the proper amounts of 115 are not maintained. I am also concerned about the unknown effects of transdimensional jumps. I have noticed even with my brief travels that new memories and emotions have flooded my mind, suddenly appearing from nowhere. I am also sure something is happening on a molecular level as well. Jesus, slow reading. Cipher 9. Entry 56. Just finished a very long shift. We are awaiting to test the test subjects' arrival from the castle, but they never showed. Those Group 935 pigs didn't even bother to radio the silent to let us know that they were not coming. I'm getting sick of those arrogant scientists that they have given the asylum the nickname Verrucht Asylum. I loathe it. We were as every bit as important to the completion of project as they were. Cipher 10. Solve these papers 1 and 2. Urgent telegram. We have just received word that the private plane carrying expedition crew encountered a freak atmospheric event which caused it to crash, killing all on board, including the infamous explorers Brock and Gary. This comes weeks after their announcement about the location of Shangri-La. Cipher 11. Division 9, Project D, update to Group 935. The specimens have been manufactured to be asexual. We felt it was best to remove the primary urges of the sexes, as they will make them far easier to control. That being said, they are still extremely dangerous. You must have the mechanical control, colours and proper frequencies set and applied when the specimens reach the juvenile stage. As of seeing what they are capable of, your stalemate on the Eastern Front with the Russians will soon come to an end. Cipher 12. With the loss of the Rising Sun facility was unfortunate. The Emperor was so impressed with our final results that he has improved the construction of the new Division 9 facility on the island we selected. He assured me personally that we will spare no expense in advancing our research. You and I both that what we accomplish at this new facility will win the war for Japan. Xenos scraps. Hey, Nexus, have you found the space-time coordinates for the other individuals I asked you for? It's imperative that we find them as well. You must trust me on this. For my plan to work, we need their blood. Greg Grovey, Cipher 1. Finally, the lab is almost complete. Security measures have been put in place, so the chance of detection by the Americans is very unlikely. We also have several agents embedded with the staff as insurance. We'll keep the individuals in stasis on ice to speak and continue the specimen rotation once we finish drawing more power from the drill. Oh, I almost forgot. The sequences for the current blood samples is as follows: SS, MJ, ABR. Cipher 2. Vitality or dream? It is becoming harder and harder to tell. He came to me again last night while I was on my nightly walk through the countryside. He told me about the location of a book called the Chrononium. Said that Richtofen needs to acquire it if we are going to set things right. The book contains the location of a device called the Summoning Key. I will contact Richtofen in the morning. Cipher 3. Chrononium. Excerpt B. The quick travel between dimensions, the Keepers created the transference device which is powered by the Ether. The Keepers have placed structures before the realms. Ooh. Cipher 4. Chrononium. Excerpt 654371979. Once the Great War ended with the defeat of the Apophicans, the Keepers ascended to become the wards of all universes. The surviving Apophicans were cast out, banished to the Dark Ether beneath creation. After eons of exile in the Dark Ether, the Apophicans evolved into twisted creatures that now bear little resemblance to their Keeper brethren. The Apophicans' ceaseless desire is to re-entire creation, to consume and corrupt all the universes. It is the Keepers that guard against these perpetual attempts to re-entire creation and guard against any beings that may have fallen under the influence of the Apophicans. Cipher 5. It was a strange flight. The plane crashed. We passed through time and space in a way, flying over the areas that shouldn't have been there. There was no sign of any remains. I do not know where it landed. Honest. Cipher 6. I know at some point in the future I'll be in a situation where I put the needs of the man ahead of my own life. I will save the world. Cipher 7. Things to get and do. Duct tape, rope, eggs, finish reading that book, ponytail, nails, saw, world domination, bleach, compressor, onions, boiling water. Pardon me. Cipher 8. In the beginning there was only the Keeper, but then corruption of the Dark Ether leached its way into the realm and twisted the minds of some of the Keepers. These Keepers turned to the shadows of their former selves, and eventually became the Apophicans. Cipher 9. Chrononium. Excerpt 349561223. The Summoning Key is one of the oldest artifacts in all creation. It was used by the first one to mix all the dimensions with life, giving each one its unique balance under certain circumstances. It has the ability to form bridges between dimensions, allowing the transfer of life forces back and forth. It resides in the 64 dimensions of creation. Cipher 10. Chrononium. Excerpt 27101978. The life force from the dead holds allows the bearer to flow of all creation. Cipher 11 and 12 had not been solved. So, scrap 1. My name is Pablo, or at least I think it is, or was. I don't know anymore. I have been locked away, held prisoner in the cell for many months by the German scientists. They keep experimenting on me, pumping me full of some blue liquid. I think it is responsible for the repeated visions I have been having, which I swear look and feel real in this vision. My name is Pablo Marinos, and I'm in the night. I'm coming from back from the Crusades. I fight a great battle against strange demon-like creatures who are trying to devour the earth at one point. It appears I'm doomed, trapped in the tentacles of a great three-headed beast, when suddenly 4 knights decimated with a magical elemental staffs, saving me from certain death. They are otherworldly creatures that fight on our side against the demons. The creepy thing is that the sigils on their tunics resemble the one I noticed in stones here at the castle as I was being brought to my cell. I just hope I can eventually find a way to escape this. Cipher 2. Cipher Scrap 2. While I consider myself to be a brave king of the battle, I will tell you, my son, that those 4 were the bravest warriors I have ever seen. I had the privilege to fight alongside them in the great battle many years ago, where we defeated the creatures from beyond and the Dead Eaters. They disappeared after we claimed victory, never to be heard from again. The last thing they told me was to build my castle here, in this very location, before they disappeared. And Revelations Cipher 1 that has been solved. I am the last of us, but I will be joining you soon, my friends. Death is near. I hope what we have done doesn't come back to bite us, this universe in the ass. Thank God we will be gone. We will all be gone because if money ever found this place, we would have been in a world of shit. Maybe now, with all of us gone, the children will truly be safe. D. Cipher 2, and this one's a message from Treyarch. From all of us at Treyarch, it has been a fun and amazing experience making zombies with you these last 8 years. Without your love and input, none of this could have been possible. Thank you for playing. Now we have...
Hello from the future! My name is Future Bats, shall I say? And yes, the time that you're watching this, you're probably wondering, wait, what? Why is the future appearing? Well, for example, I recorded all this one goal, and then the next day after recording it, a cipher was found and solved on Revelations. So I'm gonna read this one out to its Revelations Cipher 3. Thanks to the sacrifice of Maxis and the contraption called Sophia, all the 115 has been purged from the final universe. Thank fucking God. Time to get some rest. Sorry guys, see you guys soon. Please like if you did enjoy the video, and yeah, I need to get editing to this. See ya, bye.